Welcome to part 7 of Let's Play Sword of the Samurai by Mark Smith and Jamie Thomson. At the end of the last part, I was on paragraph 149. Let's reread this as a reminder. A few gnarled trees and great holes in the ground relieve the rain-drenched land of its monotony. A curious web stretched between two trees 30 feet apart stops you in your tracks. Suddenly, a flat circular slab of rock is hurled aside from the entrance of a huge burrow, and an enormous trapdoor spider leaps upon you. It is taller than you, and its mandibles scissor together like great scythe blades. You must fight for your life. Totati Kumo, skill 10, stamina 14. If you win, turn to 143. Okay, so let's write that down. Now, just before we do, excuse me, we have to remember that that we always strike first. Now, I might have forgotten to do that in my previous battles. I apologise. I always forget something. I don't mind forgetting something as long as it provides me with a disadvantage. So it doesn't matter too much. I only made it harder for myself, so I haven't really cheated. Anyway, but from now on, I'm going to be doing the EI Jutsu or whatever it is. Anyway, so we always strike first, doing 2 stamina points of damage. But before we do that, let's put in here the Tataki, I can't remember. Kumo, I think it's Tataki. Take, yeah. Anyway, skill 10, stamina 14. Excuse me. Alright, yes, no, it's Totate, sorry, I got, both my guesses were wrong. Totati Guma, not Tataki or Tatami. Anyway, who cares? Right, so I always strike first, doing 2 points of damage, so immediately puts it down to 12. So that's that. Now I'm going to resolve the battle. Anyway, so 10 plus 10 is 20. I get 24. So 20 to 24. Okay, puts it down to 10. Okay, whoops, next. Okay, 10 plus 9 is 19. I get 15. So 19 to 15. That means it hurts me. Okay, down to 15. Okay, next. 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 19. Okay, because we've got both got 7, didn't we? So 17 to 19. Where am I? Here I am. Puts me down to, or puts him down rather, to 8. Okay. 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 16. So 17 to 16. That puts me down to 13. Okay, 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 18. So 17 to 18. That puts it down to 6. Okay, 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 16. So 17 to 16 again. Okay, it puts me down to 11. 10 plus 8 is 18. I get 20. So 18 to 20. So we both got 8. 18 to 20. There we go. Puts it down to 4. Okay, 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 23. So 17 to 23. 2. Okay. 10 plus 3 is 13. I get 20. So 13 to 20. And I win. I didn't jinx myself. Good. Well, I've already been jinxed, haven't I? I've already absorbed 6 points of 6 stamina points of damage. Anyway, that's that. Okay, since the battle's over, let's use some provisions. Let's use 3 of them to put me down to 9. And that puts me 3 times 4 is 12 points up, which I don't actually need. So Yeah, I just only use... Sorry, I can't count all of a sudden. Yeah, let's only use 2 then. So that puts me up to 19 stamina then, doesn't it? Because if I use 1 more, it'll be a waste because that would put me up to 23. But obviously I can't get to 23. I can only get to 22, so it's a bit of a waste. So I'll only use 2. But it doesn't matter. Okay. And remember, there's nothing in the start of the book that says I can't eat 2 meals at once. Okay, anyway, so we won, and now we're turning to 143. Let me just remove the buzzing because there might have been some buzzing or something. It's an annoying program. Okay, so 143. The spider threshes feebly on its back in its death throes. Try saying that 100 times in a row, or at least 10 times in a row. Beyond, you see more giant webs and burrows. To the right is a cave. Behind you, the water level still rises. Will you enter the cave, turn to 91, or hack your way through the webs, turn to 79? Okay, we're going to hack our way through the webs and turn to 79. Off we go. Oh, nearly there, and we're there. It is not long before you are attacked by another giant trapdoor spider, which launches itself out of its burrow just at the moment when a gangly-legged water spider scuttles up to attack you. You must fight them both. If you win, turn to 87. It doesn't say if I fight them one at a time. It says you must fight them both, so I'll assume it's not at the same time. However, the first strike thing still applies. So we have trapdoor spider 1012. Let's put that one down first. Oh, run out of things, but better copy and paste some more. There we go. Okay, so we have, what's the first one? Trapdoor spider. Trapdoor spider. And what was he? 10 and 12. Whoops. Okay, the other one was a water spider 810. Water spider 810. Okay, yes, why do I put a comma after the skill? Because of my OCD. I know there's no logical way because the skill isn't going to change, but yes, that's just how I roll, baby. Right, okay. Right, so we're fighting them both. It doesn't say one at a time, so I have to fight them both. So that means I choose one to fight, and then if I win the attack round on the first one, it means I hurt him as normal. But on the second attack, on the attack round for this one, if I win, it means I defend myself and don't hurt him. But if he wins, it hurts me as normal, whatever. Anyway, regardless, I get the fast draw thing, so that takes 2 off him immediately. So I'll choose that one because he's the harder one. Anyway, so now we're doing this. So the skill was 10, wasn't it? Yeah, 10. So I'm going to fight him first, which up was spider. So 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 20. So 17 to 20. That puts him down to 8. So if I win this attack round against the water spider, that just means I defend myself. I don't hurt him. But if he wins, it means he hurts me as normal. Okay, what was his skill again? 8. So 8 plus 10 is 18. I get 18. Okay, well that's fair enough, isn't it? So again, we don't hurt each other, so it doesn't matter that we got equal. Whoops, that's 28. Blimey, is that even possible? No, the highest is 24, isn't it? Anyway, theoretically, unless you get a skill bonus or whatever. Anyway, so that's that. So yep, okay, 10 plus something. Off we go. 10 plus 5 is 15. I get 23, so 15 to 23. It's a good job I ate those provisions because I might need them for this. Anyway, so that puts him down to the 6, doesn't it? Because of puts him down to 6. The 10 came from the fast draw thing. Anyway, so 8 plus 8 is 16. I get 20, so 16 to 20. That just means I defend myself. I haven't hurt him. Okay, next it's going to be 10 plus 2, which is 12. I get 22, so 12 to 22. Puts him down to 4. Okay, so 8 plus 3 is 11. I get 23. So 11 to 23 means I just defend myself. Okay, so 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 19. So 17 to 19. Puts him down to 2. Okay, now for the other one. So 8 plus 4 is 12. I get 23. So 12 to 23. That just means I defend myself again. Okay, so 10 plus 7 is 17. I get 21. So 17 to 21. That means he's dead. However, this one is just a defense one, isn't it? Because it's still in that attack round. 8 plus 6 is 14. I get 18. So 14 to 18, but I don't hurt him because it's still in the original attack round where I had to fight both. Okay, now we're fighting 1, so water spider. And again, you don't have to, just concentrate on 1. You can flip around as long as you choose which one you're going to attack first. Which attack, you can choose to. I could choose to attack the water spider and just defend myself against the trapdoor spider. It's entirely up to me. I just prefer to do them all in one go because it's just, it just makes the battle potentially shorter. Anyway, so 8 plus 9 is 17. I get 17. So 17 apiece. So again, I don't hurt him. Okay, next. 8 plus 10 is 18. I get 20. So 18 to 20. That means I win. Puts him down to 8. Finally, we're doing some damage on him. Okay, 8 plus 9 is 17. I get 18. So 17 to 18. That's close. Right, so that puts him down to 6. Okay, 8 plus 4 is 12. I get 16. So 12 to 16. Puts him down to 4. 8 plus 11 is 19. I get 15. So 19 to 15. That means he hurts me. So take off 2 stamina points. Puts me down to 17. Okay. 8 plus 6 is 14. I get 17. 14 to 17. Puts him down to 2. Okay. 8 plus 7 is 15. I get 18. So 15 to 18. And that's the end of Mr. Water Spider. Okay, so that's that. Finally, that's 13 minutes in, and we've already done 2 battles. Get rid of the buzzing potentially. Yes, go away. Yes, good. Right. If you win, turn to 87. Okay, here we are. There are no more spiders to impede your progress, and you forge on. The rain lifts a little, and the water level drops to reveal a long dike leading north out of the spider fens. Now, the dike takes you as far as the foothills of the Shiosei Mountains, where you use goat tracks to speed your journey. At last, you are climbing one of the taller peaks. Turn to 8. Okay. 8, here we come. You are slowly working your way up the mountainside when a tingling sensation, like an itch on your brain, causes you to pull up short. You look up, and suddenly an imposing figure stands before you. Dressed in fine robes and armor of silver and gold, it is a tall, muscular, man-like being. Its face is handsome to look upon, clean and pure, but it is the purity of complete evil. Its eyes burn with violet flame, and its whole being radiates power and malice. It is a Dai-Oni, or greater demon. So, mortal, you would seek entry to the domain of Ikiru, Master of Shadows, it says, its words resonant with strength. And to do so, you must defeat me in the tyranny of the plains. Then the Dai-Oni begins to fade, laughing maniacally, the laughter echoing like thunder all around you. Suddenly, you find yourself in open space. In every direction stretch the endless stars, and your mind reels as you try to take it all in. Then your vision fixes on the doors, bringing you back from the edge of madness. You are surrounded by 8 doors, one in each of the walls of an octagonal room, but the wall, ceiling, and floor are transparent. Then the voice of the Dione fills your head. This place is called the Hub. Behind each door lies some powerful beast. You must try to win as many of these creatures over to your cause as you can. They will then aid you in battle, for when you are ready, you will have to face me and my allies in a struggle to the death. At the place of battle. If somehow you should triumph, then you may enter the pit of demons and there meet your fate at the hands of Ikiru. So let it begin, and may fortune desert you, and the blight of 1,000 swords be visited upon you. The voice fades. It seems you have no choice but to play the tyranny of the plains. Each door is labelled. Through which door will you go first? The pinnacle of ultimate height, turn to 30. The elder plains, turn to 68. The mountain of ineffable holiness, turn to 66. The endless sands of Akon, turn to 78. The swamps of primordial mire, turn to 98. The eternal tower, turn to 110. The enchanted wood, turn to 126. Or the place of battle, turn to 138. Okay, so we are going to go through the swamps of primordial mire first and turn to 98. 98, here we come. You find yourself standing on a low hummock of solid earth. Around you lies a great swamp. It bubbles and heaves, a morass of stinking mud and thick liquid. Twisted trees and plants struggle up out of the mess. A door hangs behind you in space, the route back to the hub. Suddenly, a tremendous serpent with eyes glittering like black diamonds bursts out of the mire and rears up before you, ready to whip its head down and bite you in two. If you wish to fight the serpent, turn to 246. If you would rather try to use an item against it, turn to 258. Okay, we're going to use an item against it and turn to 258. What will you do? Try to touch the serpent with an antler if you have one, turn to 290. Blow a horn if you have one, turn to 318. Or try to use the phoenix ruby in some way if you have it, turn to 328. If you have none of these items, turn to 246. Okay, let's see what we have. Do we have the antler? Okay, so we have I've called it the antler because I'm stupid, but that should say that should read the antler talisman. So therefore, I'm going to touch it with the antler, and turn to 290. Yeah, just making sure I'm going to the right place. The serpent's head arcs down towards you, but you dodge aside and rap it smartly with the antler. The effect is startling. A pulse of magical energy flows through you. The serpent and the antler abruptly disappear in a flash of blue light. In their place lies a thin rod of dark wood. Around it writhes a stylized serpent carved into the wood. You pick it up. Power flows through it, and pocket it. Note it on your adventure sheet. You turn and step through the door back to the hub. Return to 8 and choose again, but you cannot choose an option you have tried already. Okay, so we have a serpent rod. We've lost the antler talisman, so I will just type used here. However, but I now have a serpent rod, so that's that. Okay, brilliant. Let's return to 8 and choose another one. Okay, we are now going to go to the place of battle and turn to 138. That's 158. I need 138. Does that say 159 then? Or sorry, I just have to check this. My OCD demands it. No, that did say 159. Sorry, 138. Okay, here we are. Oh yeah, this again. You have decided you are ready to face the Dione and his allies, so you open the door marked the place of battle and step through. You find yourself in a huge arena, but all the tiered seats are empty. It appears they have been that way for millennia. But as you appear, ghostly figures seem to materialize in the seats. Men and women of a bygone age, talking, gesticulating, laying bets on the outcome of the battle, as if they had been waiting for this moment for eons, even in death. As you stand on the sandy arena floor, those allies you had noted on your adventure sheet appear behind you, each saying or silently imparting a message of reassurance and support. If you have not managed to win any allies, then you stand alone. Before you stands the Dione. It is wondrous to look upon, save for its face, which is radiant with evil. Behind it are ranged three monsters, its allies. The first is an enormous giant toad being, slimy and warty, with a mouth almost as large as its head. The second is a giant insect, not unlike a grotesquely huge praying mantis, in plated armor of chitin, its mandibles working horribly. Let's just have a look at the picture there. There we go. The third is a huge 15-foot man of bronze with the legs of a goat. Its bronze skin is green and pitted with age. However, its eyes are two orbs of red flame, glowing with power. The die only laughs maniacally and says, "At least you managed to reach the place of battle, mortal, but you will not leave it alive. These," and it gestures at its followers, "are my demon friends. Graalsh, devour," it says. The enormous toad thing hops forward. The ghostly crowd seems to roar in anticipation. If you have no allies, turn to 254. If you do, they wait expectantly for your command. Somehow you seem to know that the rules of the arena dictate that battles can only be between single entities. Whom will you send against the toad being? Obviously, you may send only those beings you have recorded as allies. The Kyrin, turn to 146, the Saber-toothed Tiger, turn to 172, Eleanor the Enchantress, turn to 162, the Golden Company, turn to 184, the Phoenix, turn to 194, the Tatsu, turn to 208, and the wooden rod engraved with a serpent shape, turn to 228. Okay. Firstly, yes, it should be whom will you send, because whom is the object of that sentence. So when the unknown person is an object, it should be whom. So the you is the subject doing the verb. You know, will you send? That's the verb and the subject. So we ask, you know, whom will you send? You will send me. Me being the object. So the object of I would be me, and the objective form of who is whom. So it should be whom will you send against the toad being. Never understood why people don't understand that. It's extremely simple and perfectly logical. Anyway, but apparently some people find that difficult for some reason. It's as easy for me to understand as 2 plus 2. I'm not being arrogant when I say that. I'm not trying to be arrogant. It just really is. I've never not understood that. It's extremely simple. Anyway, and I always say it, and I always write it, and I always will, even if it sounds pompous or whatever. It should be whom, therefore it's whom. Anyway, okay, so we have the wooden rod engraved with a serpent shape, so we're going to turn to 228. Off we go. You throw the carved rod in the path of the toad thing. Suddenly, a great serpent rears in its place, and Graalsh, the toad demon, hesitates in fear for a moment. The serpent's great coils writhe forward and envelop the toad in a grip of steel, ever tightening, its fanged head continually diving at Graalsh's trapped body and biting into it. The toad demon wails horribly as the life is crushed and torn out of it. When its work is done, the serpent fades into nothingness, as if it had slithered away to another plane. Remove its name from your list of allies on your adventure sheet. Okay, I didn't really realise it was an ally, so I'll remove it from here and then just sort of put it in a list of allies. I'll just say allies. There you go, serpent rod. I'll capitalise it, and then just say used. There we go. It is an ally, so that should be its name, therefore I should capitalise both parts. Okay, that's that. The Dione bellows in rage. Croak, slay the man thing, and He's a man thing as well. He looks just like a man. And the Mantis Demon scuttles forward. If you are now without allies, turn to 266. Otherwise, which ally will you send against it? Use only those still noted on your adventure sheet. The Kyrin, turn to 278. The Phoenix, turn to 320. Or Eleanor the Enchantress, turn to 330. Okay, so we're now without allies, so we're now going to turn to 266. The Mantis Demon Krulk hurries towards you, its forelegs raised to strike. You must fight the Mantis Demon, but because of its chitinous armor, your blows will only do 1 point of stamina damage if you hit it. This can be increased to 2 with a luck roll. Mantis Demon, skill 8, stamina 10. If you win, turn to 346. Okay, so Mantis Demon, 810. Let's fight it. Mantis Demon. Yep. Skill 8. Whoops. Stamina 10. Okay, that was right, wasn't it? Yeah, 810. Okay, so my skill is 12 as always. Let's do this. So 8 plus 8 is 16. I get 19. So 16 to 19. Whoops. Whoops, again. Okay, 16 to 19. That puts it. Oh yeah, puts it down to 9 because I'm only doing 1 point of damage. I nearly forgot. Okay, 8 plus 9 is 17. I get 15, so 17 to 15. So that means I lose 2 stamina points, down to 15. Okay, next. 8 plus 9 is 17. I get 20, so 17 to 20. Puts it down to 8. So I'm only doing 1 point of damage. 8 plus 7 is 15. I get 21, so 15 to 21. Puts it down to 7. Okay, 8 plus 6 is 14. I get 18. So 14 to 18. Puts it down to 6. Okay, 8 plus 7 is 15. I get 19. 15 to 19. Okay. Did I put the health down a bit? No, I didn't for some reason. Okay, 5. Does that make sense? So 1, 2, 3. So that's 1. Yeah, I beat it 5 times, so I should have hurt it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good. Just in case. Okay, 8 plus 8 is 16. I get 20, so 16 to 20. Yeah, and I am pressing, yeah, just because we get the same dice roll doesn't mean I'm cheating. I am pressing it. It just happens to be the same one, which obviously in this instance goes in my favour. 8 plus 9 is 17. I get 23, so 17 to 23. Okay, if I do cheat, it's certainly not on purpose. It's only because I've forgotten something, and usually it's not really cheating because it's not in my favour. Anyway, but if I do cheat, just let me know. I don't intend to cheat unless I admit I'm cheating, i.e. I'm going to just do the battle again because I've died and I need to show you the end of the book because it's just luck based anyway because dice is involved, or dice are involved I should say. 8 plus 4 is 12, I get 22. So 12 to 22. Puts it down to 2. Okay. 8 plus 9 is 17. I get 22. So 17 to 22. Puts it down to 1. Okay. 8 plus 6 is 14. I get 24. So 14 to 24. Right, that's the end of Mr. Mantis Demon. Okay, goodbye. Right, that's the end of that. Right. Remove any buzzing. There we go. Okay, if you win, turn to 346. We did, so off we go. The Mantis Demon lies dead before you, oozing black ichor, whatever. The die only angrily shouts, Gargantus, slay the mortal, and the bronze man lumbers towards you. Turn to 364. This isn't going to be pretty, is it? Oh dear. His eyes blaze and twin bolts of ruby light lance at you. You only just managed to avoid them. Now you must fight Gargantus, the bronze giant. Every third combat round, Gargantus fires ruby red bolts at you from his eyes. When this occurs, roll one extra die. If it is even, you have dodged the bolts. If it is odd, you have been hit and must lose 4 stamina points. Gargantus, skill 9, stamina 12. If you win, the Dione mutters in anger and picking up a large spiked iron club, or Tetsubo advances towards you, 10 to 292. Okay, so Gargantus. Okay, so we do that every third combat round. Okay, Gargantus 912. Let's just do this and I'll end the video. Okay, Gargantus. Gargantus. And he is 912. Okay. Okay, still have some spares of them so I can copy them. Good. Okay, so off we go. So every third round is going to do that thing where we have to roll a die. And if it's odd, then we get 4 damage. Okay. Yeah, off we go. So 9 plus 10 is 19. I get 17. So 19 to 17. That's not a good start, is it? 19 to 17. Okay, so that's the first attack round. That puts me down to 13. At least I can do 2 damage to him in this battle, not like the last one. 9 plus 6 is 15. I get 18. So 15 to 18. Puts him down to 10. Okay, that's the second one. 9 plus 9 is 18. I get 21. So 18 to 21. Puts him down to 8. However, that's the third attack round, so we have to roll 1 die, and if it's odd, I lose 4 stamina. Okay, that was even, so I don't. Good. Okay, so, yeah, let's carry on. So 9 plus 4 is 13. I get 21. So 13 to 21. Puts it down to 6. Okay. 9 plus 8 is 17. I get 16. So 17 to 16. There is a sense of urgency in this because obviously the more attack rounds I have to do, the more of those d6s I have to roll. Okay. D6 is a 6-sided die, sorry. 9 plus 11 is 20. I get 19. So 20 to 19, so it hurts me again. And that's the 6th attack round, which is a multiple of 3, so I have to roll a d6, 1d6. Okay, and if it's odd, I lose 2 stamina. No, it's even again. That was lucky. Good. Okay, it's a 50-50 chance, of course. Okay, back we go again. 9 plus 7 is 16. I get 22, so 16 to 22. Puts him down to 4. Theoretically, if I defeat him in 2 attack rounds, I won't have to do the thing because he'll be dead, and I won't have to do the third attack. No, we'll still have to do it because he does it while he's attacking. Yeah, so it's irrelevant. Anyway, 9 plus 8 is 17. I get 19, so 17 to 19. Puts him down to 2. Okay, so this is the 9th attack round, so I have to do the thing. 9 plus 7 is 16. I get 16. Right, well, that doesn't. He's not dead anyway, so 16 all. But because it's the 9th attack round, multiple of 3, I have to do the thing. So I need this to be an even, and it is not, of course. My luck ran out, so therefore I lose 4 stamina points because he's hit me with his lasers or whatever. Laser eyes. Okay, that puts you down to 5 then. This isn't good, is it? Okay. 9 plus 6 is 15. I get 17. So 15 to 17, that means he's dead. Good. Okay, it puts him down to 0. So that's the end of Gargantus. Okay. So advances towards you turn to 292. Okay, 292, here we come. D. There's another battle. Okay, well, oh dear, 10-10. With only 5 stamina left. That's not good, is it? And even better, I made it harder for myself because I just realised I forgot to do the first attack round thing again on Gargantus. So that's my own fault. That's my own fault. Yeah, that's my own fault. I also forgot to do it on 1, 5, 11. Yeah, I think I also forgot to do it on the Mantis Demon. I keep forgetting to do that. It's just so easy to forget all these things. So I apologise for that. But again, it's not really cheating because I made it harder for myself. However, I will remember to do it for the Dione in the next video. Sorry about that. I'm just, one of those things. Anyway, so I only have 5 stamina to defeat the Dione. Whenever he hits you, okay. I will read paragraph 292 in the next video. Actually, I'll read it now, then I'll just do the battle in the next video. You must fight the Dione. Whenever it hits you, you lose 2 stamina points as in normal combat, but also roll 1 extra die. If the result is 1 or 2, turn to 90. If the result is 3 or 4, turn to 102. If the result is 5 or 6, turn to 118. Dione, skill 10, stamina 10. If you win, turn to 74. Okay. Yeah, okay. Right, we'll do that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Again, my apologies for forgetting about the fast draw thing again. I will try to remember to do that. In fact, I'll have to for the next video because it might, it might sort of save me. Anyway, next paragraph is 292. Thanks for watching and goodbye.